Hey guys, welcome back. We are doing a leg workout today. This is an intermediate workout with very little equipment. You should have a mat available. We would be fine today just using our own body weight for these exercises. If you do have some weights and you feel like throwing them in there, you absolutely can, but don't worry if you don't have any, you're gonna get a good workout as well. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna get our body prepared for these strength exercises with just some light warm up right here. So let's start by, I want you to think about a big march. So I'm really trying to drive my knees up high, okay? We're just gonna hold it here, maybe another 20 seconds or so. You can start to pick up the pace if you'd like to, but we're just trying to get our legs warmed up. It's important to always prepare your body before strength exercises. Don't just dive into them cold, okay? So let's take it back now. So we're gonna curl right here, bring your heel towards your glute and step it out. So I'm stepping it wide. That'll start to warm up my hips by taking it wide. And then that heel kick towards my butt is gonna start to stretch out the front of my thighs, warm up my quadriceps. Okay, let's get a couple more. And relax. All right, so I do wanna stretch out the hamstrings a little bit. Let's take the feet wide, okay? I want you to just make an X shape with your body right here. Let's look up, lean back a little bit, stretch those arms out, reach down and across, and then come back up. Reach down and across, back up. It's okay if you don't reach your toe, okay? You can even reach towards your knee, but I want you to try to keep your legs straight for this one. We're trying to stretch out our hamstrings, get them warmed up before we do anything too crazy. And we're not gonna be getting too crazy today, guys, don't worry. We've got a nice, just intermediate level leg strength workout today. Get one more and bring it up. All right, so we're starting with a squat. Now this is one that you'll be perfectly fine just doing with your own body weight. I'm gonna show it that way to get started. So my feet are gonna be a little bit wider than hip distance apart, okay? I'm gonna show you from the side here. Now, what I'm trying to do is sit my hips back by bending my knees, keep my spine long and head up. I'm gonna stand up. At the top of this exercise, I'm pressing my hips forward and I'm intentionally engaging my backside, okay? One thing I wanna point out is that my squats are not perfect. You do want to try to avoid a whole lot of leaning forward, so I'm doing the best I can to minimize that, and then I'm coming back up, so I'm not out here, okay? It's more of a knee and a hip hinge, not just that leaning forward. We really try to take that out of it. If you are adding weights, guys, you can take your weights, and I'd recommend holding them on your shoulders like this if you're using dumbbells, or if you've got a bar, you could take that behind your head, or you could hold it in front of you. Okay, so let's get set up. We're gonna take our first set of squats here and bring it down. Stand up, engage your backside. There's 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do 12 of these with you. You can do 10 to 15. 4, inhale, exhale, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so our next exercise, I'm gonna show it first without the weight, is a lateral lunge. So we're gonna go real wide stance on this, and my toes are turning out. Okay, again, I'm gonna try to sit down primarily from bending at the knee. It'll be one side at a time. and then we'll alternate to the other side. I'm gonna try to take out a whole lot of leaning forward, okay? It should be more here than here. So we're gonna come down and up, come down and up. If you're adding weight, again, I'd take it on your shoulders or a bar behind your head for this one. So let's get ready. We're gonna take 12, you can take 12 to 16 of these, and that's gonna be total, not per side. If you wanna do more, by all means, feel free, or raise your weight, okay? Let's get ready, we're going this way. Bring it down, press up 1, down 2, down 3, down 4, down 5, down 6, down 7, down 8, down 9, down 10, down 11, and 12. Okay, so that is one way to do it. If you felt like that was enough, when we go to our next round, stick with that. I am going to show another version of that. It'll be a little more challenging when we come back around again. Okay, our next exercise is a good morning. And a good morning will target your posterior chain. So we're talking about your lower back, your hamstrings, your glutes, okay? And it's a great posture exercise because you have to think about just intentional core engagement and intentional torso lengthening, okay? So we're gonna take our hands behind the head for this one, okay? And we're trying to keep the elbows wide. So I want you to start here and really think about spreading those elbows out to the side and even bringing your chest forward a bit, okay? So this one is a hip hinge, unlike that squat. We're gonna take it kind of opposite now. So we're starting with a small bend in the knees. We're gonna maintain that. We're hinging at the hips to about parallel, and then we stand up, engage the backside to bring yourself back up, okay? So let's get started on that. Take hands behind your head, feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. Get long through the spine. These are nice and controlled. We're gonna move with a breath. Inhale, come down like you're folding in half. Exhale, rise up 1. Bring it down, 2, and keep taking those elbows wide. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one here, and 10. Okay, so those are our first 3. Now we're gonna loop through 2 more times. If you wanna try adding some weight, go for it. Let's get ready with our squats. Okay, so that's primarily that hinging more from the knees now. Okay, feet a little wider than shoulder distance apart. And let's get it going. We're gonna sink down, come up 1. Conscious engagement at the top 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can take it 10 to 15. Here's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, okay? All right, guys, so lateral lunges this time. So the way we did it last time, we just started with our legs out, we kept them out, and then we took it side to side, okay? That can be absolutely enough. If you are feeling like you want a little bit more from it, you're willing to test your balance a bit, I want you to try it this way this time. I want to make sure I have enough room. Okay, so you're going to start with your feet together. You'll step out, take it to one side, you'll press up, then you'll step out, take it to the other side, and press up, okay? You can do this with or without weight. I'm gonna give myself a tiny bit more room. And remember, you're gonna take you know, like 12 to 16 total of these, somewhere in that range, more or less, really up to you. Okay, so weights or not, let's get ready. And we're just gonna start in on it now. Here we go. Bring it down and up. We'll be moving at about the same pace, whichever one you choose, okay? Chose, choose. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, really try to sink it down, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Feel free to get a couple more if you'd like to. And we'll start talking about reminders for that good morning exercise, okay? So my feet are shoulder width. Got that small bend in my knees. I'm gonna really focus on maintaining a long spine. So drawing my shoulders back, I'll bring my hands up, kind of to serve as a reminder, drawing my elbows out wide, and let's get ready for it. So we're starting tall, inhale, lower down, and come up 1 out of 10. Inhale, exhale, lift, engage, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so a lot to think about in that one, but with some practice and just thinking about it, conscious movement, conscious engagement, you'll get it. All right, let's take it back to the top of this list last time through, then we're going to our next circuit of 3 exercises. So we're bringing it back to our squat here. Let's get weights ready if you're using weights. Get your legs set up, okay? Remember, we're trying to stay as tall as we can while sitting back the hips. Keep those knees behind your toes. And let's bring it down. Squeeze up 10 to 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can stop there or keep going with me here. There's 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, so that'll do it for our squats. Let's get up for that lateral lunge. So you're either starting wide and then taking it to your side, weights down there or weights up on your shoulders, or start with feet together and get ready to step out. Okay, let's get it going. Bring it down, press up 1, down, 2, down, really bend up to bend into that knee. There's 4, sink it low, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, stay with me, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. I'm gonna stop it right there. Okay. Whew. All right, guys, so we're going to our good morning for one more round. All right, let's get set up. Feet a little wider than shoulder width, just like we did for our squats. Let's get those hands up. Think long spine, folding in half, just trying to get that torso parallel and long, okay, compared with the floor. Here we go. Let's inhale it down. Exhale, squeeze up one. Inhale, think long. Exhale, engage that backside, two. Down, three. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's our 10. Okay, so we're gonna move on. For this next round of exercises, we're not going to start there, but we're headed there. I want you to have your mat ready, okay? So I'm going to set mine right out there, so when the time comes, I'll be ready with it. Okay, our first exercise here, we are doing some alternating lunges, and I'm going to demonstrate these first without weights. These will test your balance. So what we're gonna do, I'm starting with my feet right under my hips now, okay? And I'm gonna step one foot back and then come into a lunge. So it's kind of reach back and down together. So I'm gonna do a slow-mo. I'm gonna come back, both knees bend. I'm gonna press up, both feet together. So I want you to notice that, again, both of my knees are bending. I stepped long enough so that both of my knees could bend and stay behind my toe right here. If I step too short, what's gonna happen is I have nowhere to go but forward, and you don't want that, okay? If you're forced to bring that knee forward over your toe, you probably need to step longer, and also make sure, again, that you are bending both legs, including that back leg. Okay, so we'll do one, and we'll come up, and then we're gonna step back with the other leg, so we're alternating. So that's where your balance is gonna get tested. And I like doing this with my arms. That helps me. If I'm having trouble with balance, you could also go hands here, or really wherever you'd like, find what works best for you. Let's take our first set together with no weight. When we come back around, if you decide you did great and you want to add more, then you can go for it. All right, so we're going to take 12 to 16 of these, alternating sides. Okay, so get ready, feet right under your hips, and step it back, lunge down, and up, 1, down, 2. And the other thing that I'm focusing on here is keeping my knees pointing forward. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure that it's not buckling in or bowing out. Okay, my knees follow my toes, which are pointing straight ahead. And I have no idea what number we're on, but we're gonna call that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's your 12. You could stop right there. You probably did more than 12 if I'm being honest. Okay. All right. Take your last one. Make sure you're even on each side, and we're gonna go on. Okay, so these next two exercises we're taking down to the mat. And first one is a glute bridge. So we are really getting into our backside real good today. You want to come down. You're going to come on your back. And now I'm going to walk my feet in. So if they're way out here, I'm stepping them back. Okay, and if you can even reach your heels with your toes, I want you to see if you could find that, and then step your feet maybe an inch or two forward. I've got about hip distance space between my feet. That's kind of a theme here. Okay, so I've got that space between my feet. My knees are following my toes once again, so my knees have small space between them. We're gonna take hands just resting down at the sides. They'll kind of ground you right here. And what we'll do, we're gonna lift up. We pause for a second here at the top. Think about squeezing your backside. I like to think of kind of a zipper idea where I'm like, okay, I engaged my hamstrings, I engaged my glutes, and then I engaged my lower back just a little bit, and then I'm gonna lower back down. So that's gonna be your quick zipper check. We'll hold for about a second at the top. Let's get ready. Breathe in right here. Exhale, lift up, zipper check. And down, 1. Lift up. And down, 2. Up. 3. Exhale. Lower, 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. So find it every time. Zipper check. 8. 9. Last one. Hold it this time. Squeeze your hamstrings. Squeeze your glutes. Engage the lower back. And lower down. Guys, we're going to roll onto one side for a side plank. We're going to do this on our elbow. We're keeping that bottom knee down. So I want you to picture a straight line on your mat here. Get your elbow on that line. Get your hip on that line. Get your bottom knee on that line. So we're not out here, okay? That's gonna not work well for you. We're all lined up on that line. My legs are bent. Take your top leg, straighten it out. Okay, you can bring your inside of your shoe to the floor. My elbow's right under my shoulder. Okay, so this is a good setup. I'm gonna bring my hands to my hip, or here if you need a little help to get up there, we're gonna lift up, okay? I'm thinking about drawing away from the mat, and I'm thinking about opening. So I'm rolling to open up, not down. You can stay here. If you're good to add a little more, I want you to raise that top leg, flex your foot so your toes are pointing forward, and lift. So we're lifting away from the floor. We've got hip engagement there. We've got hip engagement here. And just hold. We've got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. So you know we're going to the other side. Flip it over. And right away start lining up. Picture that straight line. Got my elbow on it, hip, my knees, and then I'm going to extend my top leg, okay? My elbow is right under my shoulder. I'm spreading weight towards my palm, not pressing it only into my elbow. Okay, so spread it out here. Let's get ready. Lift up. And if you're going for it, top leg lift, flex your foot so toes are pointing forward. Breathe and hold for 10. 9, I'm just going parallel to the floor of that leg. Okay, we've got 5 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Guys, those are our last 3 exercises. We're gonna take it from the top. We're standing back up. Let's go back to our lunges, okay? So this time it's up to you. If last time went awesome and you feel like adding some weights, you can definitely do that. You could hold them at your sides here, or you could take them up on your shoulders. You could hold one weight and take it right here if that was better, okay? And this would be nice to do with like a bag or something, or you could even wear your bag, okay? So we're gonna get ready. We're alternating legs. Let's go. So we're gonna step it back and down. Press up 1, down 2. I'm staying tall, not leaning forward. 3, 4, checking in with my knees, make sure they're tracking forward. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now my knees have tapped the floor a couple times, and that's really not the goal. Not really trying for that You really want to try to stop lowering right before you get to the ground. And if you're new to this, don't think you need to go that low. Okay, you could take them a little shallower. Guys, finish your last one here.